How we doing today? It's been a while since I posted a video. A lot going on with work and side jobs, and starting a new 8x20 dock build. All the lumber's bought and paid for. It's just a matter of me putting it together. There's about 3 days of work. I have my treated deck boards. One thing to note when you're buying deck boards, they're not all a uniform length. My last two docks I built, the deck boards were 10 foot and a half inch. Some of them were 10 foot 1 inch. This batch of deck boards, it really threw me off because some of these are 1/8 inch short of being 10 foot, which brought me to a problem with the floating dock. I normally build it 8 foot 2 inches wide with a total length of 20 foot and 1/2 inch. Well, being my deck boards are short and it's a holiday weekend, all the lumber yards are closed, I had to step back and cut 1 inch off of my total length. So now I'm going to be a 1/2 inch short of 20 foot, thanks to the deck boards. This one's built nice, straight and true. I lucked out and was able to get my 4 main 2x6s 20 foot long, and they were nice and straight, and my 2x8 side cappings were nice and straight. I lucked out with this one. Sometimes you build a platform this size, and after a couple days it develops a curve. So that's why I like building on the trailer. I leave it on the trailer until it's fully decked over and built and ready for the water. If I was to build this on the ground and I didn't have even pressure supporting all the barrels, it would make the curve a little more drastic. But it's coming out nice and straight. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it's nice and straight. My 2x8 capping also has a top half of the strap. Barrels are strapped down and secured. And I did add some TR 412 valve stems to every barrel. I used some liquid thread sealants on both threads on the caps, and I filled the barrels to 1.5 to 2 psi each. Main support, these 2x6 are added on the bottom. It makes a T structure very solid. This is just a filler piece so your deck boards don't sag. This is a 2x6 versus this is a 2x4. This one's just a stop sag. This 2x6 is main support. Create a T-beam with it. It comes all the way to the inside 2x6s, and below that is a 2x4 that spans it. It gives it a very solid foundation. Nothing flexes. Back to this is my 5 foot mark. I have one of these on both ends because I'm gonna do a staggered deck board pattern to where basically I'm gonna have a 5 foot deck board, a 10, and another 5. That's how I start off in the center, and then my next row will be 2 10s and a 5 10 5, 2 10s. But I have to have support where the 5 foot gap is, and I chose a 2x6 because it gives me a wider width to put screws, more room for error or slight measurement calculations. Another T-brace, 2x4 stop sag, another T-brace, 2x4 for sag, T-brace. 2x6 is the 5 foot gap on the opposite end, T-brace. 2x6, I believe I just said 2x4. Anyway, you get the point. 2x4 stop sag, all capped off. Now you can see this is a 2x6 main frame, and I capped it with a 2x8, 2x8. I have to leave a gap for the straps, so to compensate this gap all the way across uniform, when I cut my top 2x6s, I leave a 1/4 inch overhang on each side to make it the space difference for the strapping that I use, which is also cut out of barrels. So the entire floating structure is all plastic, all barrels. The entire substructure, subframe, is all treated 2x6, 2x8, and 2x4. This gives you a very solid platform. When it's done, she's going to weigh at least 1,000 pounds with deck boards in the water ready to float. And then halfway submerged, she can hold a good 15 to 1,800 pounds of whatever you want to put on it. whether it be people or cargo. And that 1,500 pounds is, it's a safe factor of its own weight in the water. You can put 1,500 pounds on top and still only be at half submerged, which is it's pretty impressive for barrels. That is how I secure the barrels. This side I call the dead side. I screw all my straps. Once my barrels are in place, I put a little bit of air in them to start. I get the barrels where I want them. I screw this side of the strap first, all across the inside. I go across the inside, screwing all the straps. Then I go on the outside, and that's when I tension it. And then once the barrels of tension is strapped up, then I come back and put my 1.5 to 2 psi of air, and that puts it even tighter. And I use the 2-bay capping. 1, it gives the platform more strength, and 2, it hides the top set of straps and the screws. This is all epoxy coated deck screws, and I use stainless steel washers to help spread the load on the plastic straps, because if I was to use galvanized or steel washers, they will rust out relatively quick, being this dock is always going to be in a wet environment. So yeah, I figured ahead of time. I've been quiet lately, haven't been posting. I've been working a lot. I've been working a lot of hours lately, and not so much on this because of weather, rain. As you can see, everything's wet and slop. This is where I normally build all the docks, but had to choose a driveway, which I don't mind doing the driveway. I'd rather walk on the concrete, I guess. But yeah, I'll update once the deck's on, sand it, finished. I'm sure I'll go launch it in the water. Just do a little quick update video of it floating. Yeah, she's very solid. This is the most solid design. Pretty much that's on YouTube. And I mean, I have to take full credit for it. This is my own design. But I did watch quite a few videos of how other docks were built, and I wasn't happy with it. I like the fact that I chose to build it on a pontoon trailer. Every dock comes out uniform, the same size, and if something were to happen when you had to pick that dock up, you don't have to try to drag it up on land and risk tearing your barrels off. This way you can just borrow, or if you own any 18 to 22 foot standard pontoon trailer will fit. I do have this one designed to hold the tri-tune, and as another thing, if you wanted more buoyancy, it would be very easy to add another set of barrels down the middle, and that will give you an extra 1,200 pounds more capacity just by adding one more row of barrels. So yeah, I'll update whenever I get it done. This one's being built and delivered for a company called Ultimate Swamp Adventures. They want to use it as a fueling dock. So it'll be a while before it's ready to use for them. We still have to design a walkway, secure it, but I'll try to get a video of the dock in use whenever the time comes. It may be a few months from now. But yeah, as always, thank y'all for viewing. Appreciate the likes, the comments, and if you haven't subscribed, I mean, go ahead and check my channel out. You might like some of the things I do, you might not. You know, it doesn't hurt to subscribe. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank y'all very much. See y'all on the next one.